With the advent of social media and technology virtually taking over our lives, one industry that remains constant is the greeting cards industry. Greeting cards remain one of the top ways that people choose to express themselves. Benita Enoch found that mainstream retailers often sell cards for Western traditions. So, her first port of call was to address this by designing greeting cards for traditional South African occasions.
What stands out is that you are reflected in each of our cards, whereas you don't find that elsewhere. You also don't find it, not only do you not find it like with the imagery, but you don't find it linguistically either. And that is what the difference is.
The cards are written in different languages and build upon the social cause of cultural inclusivity. This includes same-sex cards. She's also exploring South Africa's patterns to print gift wrapping paper, while also using a different approach to employing staff to drive the business.
Each of our envelopes are handmade. Every single one of them is handmade, and there's a reason for that. We want vibrancy in all of our products, and we do it through our envelopes. But instead of mass buying that from China, where we become an importer, we want to insource that to our South African brothers and sisters. So we give them the raw material, we source the raw material, we get another company to cut it to the size that we want. We take that, we employ the services of a new courier company, they courier it to our team who's working remotely from wherever they are. The envelopes get made, it gets couriered back to us, and then we have another team that assembles these cards and yet another team that delivers them.
Cardiology Greeting Cards is not Benita's first business venture. In fact, she failed at many other attempts, but lessons learned previously have come in handy this time around.
I'd failed in businesses because I didn't have the right marketing idea, or my price point was completely wrong. My skill sets were there, but I didn't have the know-how in how to transition a skill set into a thriving business. And then when the idea of cardiology popped into my head, I used all of those skills from the get-go. So I had decided to do things right from the very first day. So that meant getting NDAs in place. It meant research, marketing, what the price points should be. It meant working out my cost versus what I was going to sell it for. I spent a lot of time trying to understand the industry before I leapt in. And then there reaches a point where you have all the information and you got to still make the leap. And that's exactly what I did.
Enoch advises others to pour not only passion, but also heart into their business.
It's all about heart. If your heart is not in the right place, if you're just coming up with the products that you can make sales, you're going to be taking on a lot more stress than you should.